Play soccer. Come on.
Sí, sí, sí. ¿Tú ir a la iglesia?
No.
No.
There's a lot of people, especially young people here.
Yeah, there is a lot of young people. It's cool to see.
They're from neighborhoods from around here. All of these parents.
So it's like everybody that's here is from a different neighborhood in the area.
Exactly.
That's what you're saying. Yeah. And so it's being fully hosted by like Christian and the
Christian
church.
go out and he invited.
And he asked
every single year.
Wow. That's really good community involvement, you know?
Yes.
Like, I'm sure everybody
He likes to work as a missionary, you know, do missionary work.
Yeah.
Have people outside from community.
I mean, otherwise this wouldn't be happening. So,
Yeah.
oof. Yeah. So, looks like a lot of people have duct tape on their shoes.
Yeah.
They've taped their shoes because they kick them.
They use the oldest shoes that they have.
Oh, they do.
To play soccer.
Okay. Because it would destroy their shoes, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So they use the oldest shoes that they have. All right, so they just got an idea. Rapid fire, we're moving. It's not like plans, everything. We're gonna go make some food and then bring it back to them. So we're gonna go get some food and bring it back and give it out to each one of them if we can. So that's exciting. You know, I mean, there's a lot of people that are, you know, smoking, doing what they want to do.
What? How many youth people habían allá? ¿Cuántos jóvenes habían? What?
¿Y cuántos son? 1, 2, 3. Y le rompieron a ella. Pero así.
No lo prepararon. Es los panes nada más. No sé.
Papá.
And they just spent another $29,000 on cold drinks, whatever that is in US dollars. I need to get better. Some commotion has already started.
Tenemos confianza y prendió. Ahora ya están todas.
Antes de orar le vamos a dar la instrucción. Miguel, derecha. ¿No han cogido?
En el bolsillo.
No sé, no te pregunté nomás.
No, yo te digo que no te lo pongo en el bolsillo, ¿no?
Todavía no lo aguanto la mano.
Gracias.
Ven, que te ayudo, que tú.
Bravo. What happened?
Oh, yeah.
Explain.
Go. Bueno,
Regaló los zapatos.
He definitely gave someone his shoes because he just doesn't want to say, but he for sure gave someone his shoes. So this was something that I wanted to point out because you could be driving through the streets and you could think like, wow, what a dump, you know? But what I see is like a ton of people that are really trying their best to just be like clean, that are trying to also think about, you know, like for example, they don't have trash pickup that can come because of the, you know, lack of gasoline. And so what they're doing is they're putting their trash, you know, on the streets. They have to put their trash on the streets. And some people, they don't have, some streets don't have like little boxes like this for them to put their trash in. So it does have to be put just in a pile, but at least it's like orderly in that pile, you know, like they're putting it in order. So they're trying to like keep things in order. it's cool to see like a whole, you know, the community working together to do those sorts of things. So we're gonna go check out the music program that they've got going on here. It's a relatively new program, but I don't know if you can tell, but it definitely seems like they need new pianos. So this key, it's like, this one doesn't even work, so. But these are really nice rooms for this stuff. It would just be nice if it worked. Yeah, the key is all off, so when kids are learning stuff, you know, they need to totally have good tune to learn from. Otherwise, they can't learn properly.
Ahí. ¿Sí?
Maestra, ¿la podemos interrumpir un segundito? ¿Me hacer un par de preguntas? ¿Nos permite?
Estaban esperando.
Pero ahí no sube. Y ese acá.
Yeah, it looks like so far they filtered like a lot of water. For other people, they've filtered like 400 and something thousand gallons since they've gotten their system set up. And what happens is they fill these tanks right here with water full from the cistern down there when the city actually like fills, releases water to the community, and then they fill up these tanks. And then what they'll do is they'll run it through the filtering system for like 3 hours once the tanks are full. And that will allow them to just have the tanks completely filtered. And then they'll give that water out. So it's been maybe like 1 hour since Pastor Eber hasn't had shoes. He went back to the house and he got himself another pair of shoes, and now he doesn't have shoes again, so he found someone to give himself his shoes to. So he's got no shoes again, which good for him.
En lo que mi mamá viene con su pie. No la voy a ver. Cái camera más bonita. Cái camera más bonita.
Sí, no, yo me siento, pero ahorita me voy a parar a trabajar. Y ya no te preocupes.
This is all of the laundry detergent that they're giving out, and this is a mountain of beans that they're giving out, and people are just gonna go from station to station, give that stuff out. It's basically like a food pantry, but they're gonna distribute it themselves. And then obviously you got all of the arroz, the white rice, just a mountain of it, oil as well, and spaghetti. So just tons of stuff. And it should go pretty far. It'll be really valuable. Seems like when we gave it out at the soccer games, people were really happy to have that. So yeah, it was really cool. So I'm excited. And everybody seems like they get a good amount of dopamine by handing this stuff out themselves. It's not just, like, it's twofold dopamine. It's dopamine that helps them, and then it's also dopamine that helps the community, right? It feels good to receive, but it also feels probably better to give. So
Uno y dos, ya.
Ah, sí, sí.
Properties.
Sí, así. Y están funcionando ya en esos lugares iglesias. ¿Sí?
And there are churches in those properties already.
Sí. Le mencionamos al...
They decided that they want to plant 7 more churches. And the churches that they plant are not full-blown like churches that need to be built, yada yada. Like that has to go through government regulation in order to get churches that are official built. So what they've been doing that's okay with the government is they have been buying up houses. And before you think this is some sort of capitalistic endeavor, all these houses have been donated. All the money for the houses have been donated from people in Mexico, people across the U.S., people in different places that are trying to help the gospel spread here. And this is bonkers, but the cost per church for buying a house that's big enough and also renovating it so that it is able to be a meeting place for people is more or less $7,000 to $10,000. Yes, you heard me right, $7,000 to $10,000. You could be someone who donates that in literally like a fell swoop and help them to like own. You could be like a part owner, in that sort of endeavor. So there are roughly 2 million people in Havana. This is Havana, Cuba. And they currently have about 46 churches. I think they estimated that they would need about 200 of these small house churches in order to cover the area of Cuba. One of the biggest reasons that this house church endeavor is what they're kind of going after is because the houses are smaller, they're quicker to build, and they can be spread out, in different areas and cheaper. So one of the biggest issues right now when inviting someone to a church in Havana is, I would love to come, but I can't get there. Or I would love to come, but my car, I can't afford gas, stuff like that. And so, all right, well, if you can't afford gas, well, if you bring the church to you in walking distance, which tons of people are walking and taking their bikes and little mopeds short distances to get the things that they need. If you can put a church in that area that can help, do things like equip the church with water, with electricity so people can charge their phones, equip the church that's here with being able to provide some food in times of need. You have a distribution system that has its tendrils in every part of the community, like no government organization has, like no nonprofit, organization has. And it's a distribution system that's made up of people that are very well-meaning, not selfish, and it's a part of their ethos, the reason that they even come to these churches. So, long story short, let's just end this here, is that we're gonna try to raise $70,000 for 7 different churches. I'm gonna show you some videos of those churches, the potential properties in those areas and why it might be helpful. And maybe you're from that area. Maybe you know someone that's from that area and you can send this video to that person, or you can just go to the donation link that I'm gonna hopefully put in the bio and donate yourself or get connected. And we're gonna be training some young individuals to be able to make videos for those churches and for the churches here and what they're really doing in those communities. These kids are getting creative. They're empowering the youth to do things and lead. And they're getting creative with, you know, the football matches and the volleyball matches, and they're doing games, and they're doing community involvement efforts. And so they're gonna make videos about what they're doing and share that online, and you can keep up with that so that you know, like, look, my donations are going to something that's really cool, that's doing something really cool in the area. And honestly, you could probably keep in contact with these people via WhatsApp and stuff like that, so you can be like an advisor and you can talk with them and try to encourage them and educate them. This is one of those things, man, like, if you start to become a place that only has things that flow in and you never have anything that flows out, and this is the theory of water, right, in an area. You only have something that flows in and you never have anything that flows out. You start to become dead. That's the Dead Sea, only has things that flow in, there's no outflow. So you have to receive, but yes, you have to give. And that could be you finding a mentor, or mentee, sorry, and becoming a mentor yourself. That could be you donating to things. That could be you, I would say, physically coming to places like this and participating and trying to add your skills to the mix and add your efforts to the mix. Because you're never gonna really understand how to help. You're never gonna really understand whether it's worth helping unless you take that step and you go ahead and do something. So yeah, that's interesting. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm going to go eat a little snack, and we're gonna watch Judson preach tonight to youth, and that's it. So we're going to the youth service that people go to, and I'm still full of food, but I heard so much singing and I was like, what is this? So this is where we're at right now.
Río de agua viva en mi ser, yo tengo a Cristo en mi alma, a Cristo en mi alma, a Cristo en mi alma y en mi ser. Y es como
¿Se quiere poner por acá?
It's really interesting to see them playing like Bible games right now. I feel like I haven't been to a church where people are like interested and engaged in just Bible trivia. I mean, these are people that are ranging from, I don't even know, man, like the youngest person up on the stage has got to be like 12, maybe 10, all the way to there's like a 40, 50-year-old dude there just like engaged, answering. You know, this is for like everybody, which is pretty cool to see, like a lot of engagement. And they're having fun. They're all really having fun. I'm smiling just looking at it.
Okay, so now. Okay. And we know that Jesus died on the cross.